Hello, alright, my name is Rosie, welcome to my channel. Here we give tips on how to deal and improve day after day with depression, which is the evil that many people suffer around the world. In this video I'm going to share with you the 8 signs that you're going into depression and how to prevent that from happening. I speak from experience because I've gone through each of these steps and I know exactly what it's like to have depression, for I have suffered from this evil for 15 years of my life, and today thank God I have overcome this disease. That anguish, that sadness that I have felt for many years has gone away, and I decided to record this video to help as many people as possible so that they can identify the signs before they fall into this immense void that is depression, that only those who feel on their skin understand what I am saying. I know how hard it is to suffer without the support of anyone and without psychological help. Today I am a totally renewed person and I have come back, and I live a constant joy in my life. Good people, first of all I ask you to subscribe to the channel, leave the like and share this video so that as many people as possible are impacted with this content, and avoid going through the problems I've been through. Today about 300 million people suffer from depression around the world. There are several factors that influence this situation to worsen, such as frustrations, genetic factors, traumas lived, alcohol abuse, medicines, drugs and even side effects of some medicine. All of this can end in a very serious and debilitating picture that makes it very difficult to get rid of without help. It is therefore very important that you learn to identify the signs that you are going into depression. The 8 signs I've broken up to show you in these videos are: first sign, constant tiredness and frequent indisposition. It is difficult to deal with one's own motivation if the routine itself is based on stressful events, but depression makes even pleasurable activities trivial. With this, activities are replaced by periods of inactivity and isolation becomes the best company. If there is no explanation for this transformation in behavior, it is a psychological guidance to understand the change. Second sign, continuous feeling of sadness. What differs from the usual sadness of depression, according to experts, are the frequency and intensity of the feeling. If it persists for more than 15 days, without intervals, it is possible that melancholy has a diagnosis. However, it is necessary to investigate the origin of this helplessness. First of all, an open dialogue with trusted people can facilitate the search for an explanation, but the diagnosis and psychological help are more than fundamental in this process. The change of mood, not only the sadness, but also that constant irritability, where everything becomes a cause of annoyance and sometimes aggressive reactions, can be a sign that deserves attention. Third sign, changes in appetite and sleep. Sleeping too much or too little and feeling no or too hungry are common symptomatic conditions in the depressed person. It is important to consider whether there is any revealing reason behind this. Disorders such as anxiety, for example, can alter the quality of appetite and sleep, or whether these difficulties have arisen along with the other signs we point to here. Fourth sign, pain through the body. In addition to psychological signs, depression indirectly attacks the body, which reflects widespread distress and pain or dysfunction, such as accumulated tension in muscles, shoulders and neck, colic, diarrhea or heartburn, pressure on the chest, headaches. Because it has an indirect relationship to the disease, many ignore the physical symptoms, when in fact they can help us in the diagnosis. Fifth sign, reduced ability to experience pleasure. Gradually the interest in activities fades, including things that the person liked. Everything becomes tasteless, without pleasure, and there is a loss of interest in any pleasurable activity, including sexual activity. Sixth sign, social isolation. A little red light is lit when you gradually realize that you do not want to participate in family gatherings, social activities, family life, even with people closer to you, creating a solitary life, with increasingly restricted social contacts. And a solitary life begins to set in, and can reach the point of not leaving home. Seventh sign, lack of concentration and difficulty in making decisions. That feeling of empty head, with difficulty of concentrating, of indecision, of paying attention. Sometimes the thoughts themselves become confused, making it difficult to make decisions in the face of situations. It becomes an over-effort to be able to give an account of their daily activities, and so things get to another time, and everything gets to later, which makes the person even more discouraged. Eighth sign, feelings of guilt and loss of self-esteem. Another warning sign of depression is that negative little voice about yourself, feeling less important, feeling helpless and useless. That feeling that life is meaningless, that no one cares about you, or that you feel a burden on the lives of others, and that everything that goes wrong is your fault. Good people, these are the main signs you need to identify if you are going into depression. I went through them all until I hit rock bottom. If I had noticed before it got worse, I'm sure I could avoid many pains I've gone through over those years. Depression unfortunately can happen to anyone, regardless of gender, race, social class. No one is immune, and so you should have no fears to feel guilty and not seek help if you notice these symptoms. It is very important to prevent and take care of mental health. I for a few years tried various ways to get rid of depression, but all were in vain. But it was through a proven method that I discovered that it was possible. If you like how I want to get rid of depression once and for all, I will leave in the description of the video and in the first comment the link of the treatment that really helped me and made me feel better about life. I hope I helped with these tips and that you also overcome this problem and give back on top. A strong hug, and until the next video.